This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
As always, chiming in. Now, let's talk a little bit about X. Because I think, who was it? Was it Julius or Troy? Or I think it was Julius. Julius 305. So we have a poll question on our Twitter page. You can go to Onside Radio's Twitter or Big O Show on Twitter. Let me explain what's going on. Armando Salguero from the Miami Herald wrote an article today that said that X and his agent will be asking for a new contract at the end of the season. Now, X has, after this season's over, he's got 3 more years on the contract. And he wants a new deal because his has become a little bit outdated after 2 years. And he's down to the 6th highest paid corner. He was number 1. Now he's 6. So the question is, what do you do, Dolphins? At the end of the year, the agent approaches you. Do you re-sign X? Not re-sign, I'm sorry. Do you extend X with 3 years left? Now, he's had several knee surgeries. He had a domestic issue. And last year, he didn't even play. He made his $15 million doing nothing. So did he ask the Dolphins if they wanted the money back? I don't think so, right? Oh, I mean, seriously. You sign a big deal, and the year after, you slap your girlfriend around, and you blow your knee? You didn't offer the money back, right? So
not a full year.
So my question is, what do you do with X at the end of the year if he does that? I'm telling you, this is what you do. You tell him, I'm sorry, X. We're not talking contract now. You're under contract. We'll talk contract when you've got a year left. After that, after the 22 season, that summer, before you go into 23, we'll extend you, and we'll talk then. You set a terrible precedent, and you send a terrible message to your entire, in fact, put it this way. If you renegotiate X this offseason, and next year Byron Jones has a great year, and then he says, hey, no, I need to renegotiate mine now. No, but you got a couple years. No, you did it with X. Got to do it with me. See what I'm saying? You can't do that. You can't renegotiate a contract with 3 years left. That sets a terrible precedent, and that sends a message to every agent that's on your team and every agent outside that, hey, that's a team right there that we can force. No contract is a contract. You can sign a deal, and if it becomes outdated in a year, we'll just walk up to the front office and say, we want a new deal because you gave it to everybody else, and they're going to give it to us. So you can't do it. So I got a poll question out there. That's me. Okay? What would you do? Do you give X a new contract? Or do you trade him? See, because the problem is, once you start demanding a new contract and you don't get it, then what happens? So, like the Laramie Tunsil deal, we'll take the picks. Here's the player. You give him $30 million a year, and we'll save our cap space. And we'll just keep picking. And now we got Austin Jackson, and we don't have to pay him for 5 years. It'll be 4, because that 5th year, you'll negotiate in between the 4th and 5th seasons. That's what you normally do. So for 4 years, you don't have to pay the money you've been paying Laramie Tunsil. So you're going to spend well over $100 million, and Miami's going to spend in the next 4 years on Austin Jackson maybe 20. It's a hell of a deal, right? And the guy that's running the team, I want to remind you of this. He signed Byron Jones. He found Nick Needham. He drafted the free safety.
The Jones kid. The Jones kid from Texas? Is that
he drafted Brandon Jones.
Yep.
I'm talking about the free safety. That's a strong safety.
Oh,
Bobby McCain.
Bobby McCain.
And he drafted Noah, which I think eventually Noah will turn into a player. But my point is,
no problem in the secondary.
Exactly. He could find
plenty of bodies.
He could find people in the secondary. My Lord. He identified the right guy in free agency, found Nick Needham undrafted, drafted Brandon Jones, and drafted Bobby McCain. And I know Noah's going to – and if you watch Noah, he played better when this guy went out with an injury recently.
Yeah, he didn't look lost.
No, not at all.
He did his job.
The second go-around, he looked better. Rookie, bro. They learn. It takes them a little while.
No camp.
Right.
No preseason. Come on.
So the poll question's there. You can give me an answer if you want on the YouTube chat board. What do you do with X? What do you do?
I like your idea because honestly, where we're about to go, players are going to want to be on this team.
That's right.
And it's, dude, if you don't want to be here, like Minka, here's the door, man.
Right. And look, like Bromar just put X is the best CB in the game. Maybe he is. You're probably right. If he's not the best, he's number 2, number 3, whatever. We're splitting hairs.
He is the best ball hawk corner.
But how long will he be the best? How long would those knees hold up? Will he have another issue domestically? Those are things you have to ask yourself. And are you willing to open up Pandora's box by renegotiating a contract that has 3 years left on it?
You're creating future headaches for yourself, right?
A ton of headaches.
Yeah.
A ton of headaches.
There's going to be a bunch of guys, we see it, that are playing at a level that you're not kind of going to be paying them at.
Right.
And that's the advantage of the rookie contracts. And there's a bunch of them that are going to fall in this category.
That's right. So that's the question. What is it? And right now the voting is dead even at 50-50 right now. According to Dolphins writer Armando Salguero, cornerback Xavier Howard will demand a new contract this offseason, even though he has 3 years remaining on his current deal. Would you renegotiate a new deal or trade him? Yes, we can't lose him, 50% of the vote. No, too much risk, 50% of the vote. It's pretty interesting stuff.
If you get 2 1s, your ability to replace, right?
Yep.
You got to, because it won't be just 2 1s. That guy will be like the other corners that we've seen that went from Jacksonville to the Rams.
Jalen Ramsey.
The kid from the Jets that went to Seattle.
Jamal Adams.
Yeah. What have they got? A couple of 1s and 2 or 3. Yeah, man. You're getting a boatload.
Mike has a great point. He goes, 3 years is a lot of time for a player to regress. Boom. That's why I'm saying.
Especially with the bad knee.
And domestic issues. I'm not giving you a new contract. Dude, I need to see you be a good citizen for at least 2 more years. Just because a year ago, you were with a knee injury and you were hitting your girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever it is, I'm not sure. Still a woman. I don't care. So a year later, you're going to be demanding a new contract? Get out of here, bro. Get the F out of here. Okay, I said it on Onside. I'll say it here. I'm Chris Greer, and that agent comes to me. I'm going to look at him and say, dude, a year ago he was slapping around a woman, and he was out for a year, and we paid him for nothing. Get the hell out of here. Get out of my office. We'll talk in 2 years. I'm not renegotiating something for 3 years. Get out of here. Leave me alone. Don't insult me anymore, and don't ever come to me about renegotiating a contract that's got 3 years left. Nobody gets that. Get out of here. That's what I would tell the agent. Don't ever insult me like that again. You want to create problems? We got a team that's all on the same page. And if X doesn't want to be on the same page, we'll find somewhere else. Okay? He signed a contract We honored it last year, right? Well, you're going to honor it for the next 2 years. And then we'll talk. That would be me. Okay? I would put that agent in his place. So he knows not just for X, that if he ever has another player again, I'll sit when I'm negotiating the contract. I'm going to look at him and go, hey, you see this contract he's signing? Don't come to me next year or the year after to renegotiate like you did with X. Are we clear on that? And I will need to see him say yes. That's what I would do to that agent. I would put his ass in his place. Okay? I find it insulting that X would ask for a contract. Well, that is like, dude, do you remember where you were a year ago? You're still on double secret probation. Let me tell you that. Okay? You ever watched Animal House? Huh, kid? I doubt he has. Well, I tell him, hey, go watch Animal House.
You're like Delta House.
You're on double secret probation. A year ago, you had domestic issues. You think I'm going to give you more money now just because you were on good behavior for a year? Get out of here. Let's go. Seriously.
The only time those contracts get renegotiated is when the team needs to find money, right? And that's for the team,
right? Not
the player. Got 3 years left.
And you're doing it with a player that already has a great track record normally.
So you want him to be a part of your organization for 5 or 6 more years, no doubt.
Right. So X doesn't have a great track record yet.